Hi everybody, and welcome to your first week of ESL433N Advanced Methodologies of Structured English Immersion, Section 1. My name is Jennifer Ashton and I will be your professor for the next 8 weeks. And what I'm going to do now is just take you a brief overview of our classroom as well as what is required of you for week 1. What you're looking at right now is the home page of our course. You'll notice right now in the course announcement section you'll see a text announcement. Each week I will be posting both a text announcement as well as a video announcement. The intention is to help both visual learners and auditory learners in order to make the learning process a little bit smoother and probably a little bit different than you've experienced in past courses here at GCU. Right now, I'm going to now take you to the classroom section of our course to show you where you can find some important materials. You'll notice here on the classroom page, you'll see Module 1, Overviews and Lectures. Each week is broken down by these links. I know some courses are set up differently than others, so I apologize for that. When you click on the link, you'll notice there's an overview link and a lecture link. The lecture link will give you some additional information that supplements your readings from your textbooks, whereas when you click on the overview link, this basically literally gives you an overview of the assignments that are required for the week. You'll notice that it refers to the textbook. It might give you some library or electronic resources, as well as for this week it is pointing you out to TaskStream, because in case you've not yet had a TaskStream assignment before, you want to make sure that is set up for when you turn in your benchmark assignment later on in this course. And then as you scroll down, you see if there's anything available. You can also click a printer-friendly version. So that's the readings, and then you could click on assignments and it shows you what you should be working on. Right now for Module 1, you are to review Resource 1, which is located in the classroom section of our course. Can you connect additional resources? And you want to take a look at the rubric that will be used to evaluate your benchmark assignment for the class. Later on in the course, I'll have a separate video that goes over this specific assignment criteria and the rubric, but for now, if you can at least take a look at this and start familiarizing yourself with it. You'll notice for this class you are required to have a total of 15 hours in a sheltered immersion instruction in class. Now, I know this might not be a possibility for some, especially if you live in a rural area where ELL populations are not prominent. In this situation, you are welcome to work with special needs teachers because they will require some similar modifications as ELL students, of course, depending on what their situation is. Now, in the first 5 hours of the 15, you're going to just be observing and interviewing a mentor teacher for the strategies that they use, and then you'll be required to write a 250-word observation reflection. Now, this is due later on in the course, but again, I want to give you a heads up. Another part of the benchmark assignment is to spend 2 hours for a one-on-one tutoring session. I want to point this out now because you need enough time to schedule this opportunity with the mentor teacher you've been assigned to. As far as this 8 hours here, this is going to be on the honor system. It's saying a total of 8 hours basically involved for the planning process, the delivery, and analyzing the assessment that you use here, because you'll notice in B it says to teach the lesson and administer the assessment. So this will all be piggybacking off of, the 2-hour tutoring session that you are doing. If you need to work it differently with your mentor, then please discuss with them the best way to fit it all in. As far as what is actually due for week 1, this week you're going to be doing a professional article review. You are to research 3 peer-reviewed journal articles related directly to the legal and historical rationale for SEI. Now please make sure to use journal articles. Do not use anything like Wikipedia or just general website sources. When you're on the home page where you see all your courses, you'll see the library link to GCU, and that will bring you to where you can do a search for peer-reviewed journal articles. Once you have pulled these 3 articles, you're going to create a 750 to 1,000 word essay, basically summarizing each of the articles and connecting it to the readings as well as what's going on in today's educational world. Now, I do not deduct points for going over the word count, however, please do not go under the word count. There's more than a substantial enough amount of information to put into this essay to at least get to the minimum requirements. You'll notice that this is required to be in APA format, which means you want to have an introduction paragraph, the body of your paper, as well as the conclusion paragraph. You want to have your title page, and then of course use in-text citations and the reference page. Note, for every reference on your reference page, you must have at least 1 in-text citation. The only piece that does not need to be on your reference page is if in fact you happen to do a personal interview with someone, which you are welcome to do that above the 3 peer-reviewed journal articles. And an abstract is not required. If you need a copy of the APA template to follow, you can go to the Student Success Center and then click Writing Center, and you will see the different templates GCU has available for you to follow. Another thing when writing, I want to make sure to point out, please make sure to use spelling and grammar check. If you're using Microsoft Word, which you should be, you just go to Tools, Spelling and Grammar, and this will do a search through your paper. It will find extra spaces between words, punctuation, hyphenation, any conventions you can think of, as well as grammatical errors if you've got sentence fragments and whatnot. This is should be a little bit further along in your program, so try to use transition words as well, and this will help to guide your reading and really bring your piece together. So for week 1, to sum everything up, you are to be reviewing what you need to be doing for your benchmark assignment throughout the course. As far as turning in, you're going to be doing the professional article review, and then the cyber cafe and discussion forum. The cyber cafe, you'll click on the link in the center of your screen, and if you could just take some time to respond to your peers and get to know one another. And I've also posted a video if you'd like to try and insert a picture with your biography so we can help each other to put names with faces. As far as the discussion forum, there are 2 questions a week. The first question is always due by Wednesday, and the second question is always due by Friday. Now this is a guideline, please do the best you can to meet it. The intention is to give everybody enough time, including myself, to interact with one another and share some ideas. You are required each week to have an initial substantive response, which typically I would say a good solid paragraph, and then at least 1 peer response, a substantive peer response. Don't just say I agree, I don't agree. You are welcome to say that, but please state why or why not, as well as offer new information to the discussion. So each week for the discussion forum piece, in order to earn full credit, you want to have a minimum of 3 substantive postings, and the initial posting should be tied to the readings, and that will be noted by any references and in-text citations that you use. If you have any questions throughout the course related to the curriculum, please go ahead and post your questions and questions for the instructor. Peers are welcome to assist here. I'll try to check this at least once a day. If not, your question will be responded to within 24 to 48 hours. And then if you have any questions of a personal nature regarding finding placement for your practicum, grades, etc., please keep personal questions to the message center of the course. This is going to be an exciting class. ESL, or ELL as we call it here, is one of my favorite populations. So without further ado, I'll let you get cracking with what you have to do, and just please contact me if you need anything. Have a great week.